Hi guys, welcome. You're in the right place if you want to learn how to paint cookies with food gel, and more specifically learn from my mistakes. So today I want to talk about black cocoa powder, which I saw quite a few artists using to highlight different features on their Christmas cookies. So I was super excited to try it. And I just wanted to let you know my results. So if you have to go right now and you don't want to listen to the whole video, I totally understand. The point is that it was a big bloody disaster. So just to start off with, I wanted you to see the cocoa powder that I bought from the bulk barn. It's like super amazing. It's nice and dark. You know, smells terrific. Smell that. Oh my God, it's like so gorgeous. So I was really excited about making my glaze with black cocoa powder so that I would have this beautiful black, well, it's kind of like a really dark brown, actually it's not black, but a very dark background with a chocolate flavor. And then I was thinking about all the different ways that I could paint the cookies and layer the paints and use the dark chocolate background for depth and shadow, and my mind was like all over the place. I was so incredibly happy. So I bought my cocoa powder and then I made my glaze, and it has this beautiful dark chocolate flavor. And this is a little bit thick because it's been sitting for a while, but it was this gorgeous glaze and I was like so thrilled. And it tastes really nice, just like this. You know, with glaze, the longer it sits and the more the flavors have a chance to sort of blend together, the better it tastes. So yeah, super pumped. Okay, so what I did is I made my butter cookies and outlined them with the chocolate glaze and flooded them and stuff. And the first cookies that I did were, I wanted to do little chocolate lady fingers, 3 little fingers. I don't know, lady fingers are a classic cookie around here. And I thought painted, they look super pretty. So I did those and photographed them and was all excited about my new chocolate glaze. And then after a couple of days, I thought, okay, oh, and the cookies that I paint and whatnot that are for the kids, I keep in a little plastic container. So then I had one of these cookies and I was devastated. It was as hard as a rock. The cocoa glaze had completely dried out the cookie. And the cookie had only been sitting for about 3 days. And the back of it was just dust. You bite it, it all crumbled to dust, and then you had this really super hard crust that didn't even taste like chocolate. So why am I telling you all this? Because you have to see how much this cocoa powder completely ruins your cookies and sucks all the moisture out of them. So these cookies I did paint a while ago, and it's just taken me time to get around to doing this video. But I have a plate to contain all the dust, but I want to show you a comparison between the black cocoa powder glaze and my regular vanilla glaze. Now this cookie is extremely old. It's probably about 5 or 6 weeks old. It was, as you see, it was one of my Christmas cookies for an order, and when I was trying to form the little hole where for the decoration, I cracked it. So this just went into a plastic container into the cupboard, because the blank cookies are always good for practicing painting and stuff like that. So this cookie is super old, but I want you to witness how easily it breaks. And the the cookie itself is not dry. So this has been sitting in a plastic container for literally 6 weeks, okay? And it's still, the cookie still has moisture to it, and the glaze itself is just beautiful vanilla glaze that is not rock hard. Okay, now I'm gonna try to bust. Did you hear that snap? Oh my God, this is all just dust, okay? So what you gotta understand is that this is really awful to eat. You can't serve this to a customer. You don't even want to give this to your husband. The cookie is completely ruined underneath. The glaze, the cocoa glaze, every baker knows that cocoa is very drying, okay? So what I did not realize is that the glaze, look how cute this cat is. You know, you've got so much room for, you know, ideas and stuff like that. But what I did not anticipate is that the cocoa glaze would continue to dry the crap out of the cookie. So you can't sell this. You can't serve it. I can I can't even break it. Okay, so when I go this way, it's easier to break because I'm not going against this horrific crust. I'm bending it toward me, not away. But for the vanilla glaze cookie, it is soft, it's edible. I mean, I would never sell a customer a cookie that was like 5 weeks old, but this is a perfectly good cookie. This is not ruined. Even the kid in your family who you don't like, that kid could still eat this cookie. This is flippin'. You guys have to understand how awful the glaze is, and how much it just dried to dust the cookie underneath. It's this is my rant. Can you tell that I'm not done ranting? But look, if I do that to this, it doesn't dust in nearly the same way. There's still moisture in this cookie. So now, like, I'm super sad, right? Because I thought, oh my God, this is like so amazing. It completely opens up the landscape for painting and designs and chocolate covered hearts and stuff for Valentine's Day, chocolate covered cookies for Christmas and whatnot, and all of that is out the window. So please learn from my mistakes. Now I have to say, with the artists who I was like looking at their work with their Christmas cookies and stuff, they, like a lot of people, use royal icing, right? Which I hate, and it's rock hard anyway. But with their glaze or royal icing on their cookie, what they were doing is they did have their white background, and then they were using the black cocoa powder instead of trying to get a black glaze or a black royal icing. So they were doing like the little penguin body or a little elf hat or whatever. They were using the cocoa powder for accents. So the plan for me now is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do cookies with the vanilla glaze, and I'm going to use the black cocoa powder as an accent, because what I want to see is if the black cocoa powder, piped on or with a design, or if I use it to sort of outline some flowers or whatever, I want to see how that black cocoa powder on top interacts with the vanilla glaze. Because if it ends up drying out the vanilla glaze and sabotaging the cookie underneath, then I'm completely screwed. I have all this chocolate glaze that I can't use. So 2 things were super disappointing. besides the fact that it completely ruins to the cookie to the point where it's barely edible and you definitely cannot sell it, when you choke this down, it doesn't even taste like chocolate. It does not taste like chocolate. So you don't even get the reward of thinking, oh, this is going to be a nice chocolate covered, even a crappy chocolate covered biscuit. No, you can't taste the cocoa, you can't taste the vanilla, and it's just this massive disappointment. So what I'm going to look for is, at the bulk barn, is I'm going to look for some chocolate essence to see if I can actually change the flavor of my this cocoa glaze, to at least try to get some flavor out of it. So okay, kind of a different video, but you know, the purpose of you being here is to learn from my mistakes. But isn't this a cute little putty tat? Can't you imagine? And it just was like so great not having to paint the whole body, but just really focusing on the eyes. I tried to erase the whiskers when I knew that this was going to be a butchered cookie, but anyway, that's my little rant. Please learn from my mistakes, because otherwise you just end up with a whole bunch of chocolate glaze and a whole bunch of cocoa powder that you actually can't use. So take care, you guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.